right, we are on our way to Page, Arizona. Just left Flagstaff, finished up at Overland Expo, and went camping with the Rogue Overland guys, Nick and his family and some of their friends. It was a lot of fun. But we're driving down the highway and we see this hotel. It's an abandoned hotel, it's all painted up, it's pretty cool. Look at this place. It's a little sketchy walking up here. Feel the floor moving. All right, we were just driving up the road and we see these cool little hills. It looks like they have quad tracks or Jeep tracks all over them. I thought we'd pull over and check it out. Let Bentley walk around a little bit. Yeah, this is pretty cool. I've driven through here a few times. It never stopped. There's like a fence going around it, but I saw a little opening, like a driveway kind of thing going in, so I figured I'd come in here and check it out. But look at this. It's like piles of gravel, but it's not. And it's super soft. Like, you'd look at this and you'd think it's just dried out desert, but it's like super soft. So I wanted to try to climb up this little hill just to get the picture of it, but the back end's digging in, and this is just, I don't want to start like spinning tires and get stuck here, because the highway's right there, but who knows how long it'd take to have someone help me get out if it got stuck. You can see like all these little dirt bike trails all over the place. Bentley's loving just being able to be outside. He's been a trooper. Every chance we get, we'll stop and let him kind of relax and hang out. But for right now, we're not going to be here too long. We just stopped not long ago at that little hotel. That thing was cool. All that paint and, you know, spray paint all over the outside. The rooms were disgusting, but it was still cool walking around there. We're gonna chill here for a little bit and then get on the road, get to Page. We're gonna gas up in Page, or top off at least, because gas there is a little bit cheaper than Salt Lake. And who knows, maybe we'll be able to find some place to see Lake Powell. I hear the water level is super low, so we'll check that out. Alrighty. just watched that video, and it doesn't look as steep in the video as it actually is. I don't know if this will help me standing right next to it, but it's pretty steep, pretty tall. But you can see that I scooped the ground with the trailer hitch. And then my tire was starting to spin there, so wasn't gonna go any further than that, but too funny. That's what happens when you have that huge overhang off the back and stock suspension. Huh, Bentley? What do you think, boy? No? He's like, Dad, leave me alone. There's the Glen Canyon Dam in Lake Powell. I grew up going there. I love Lake Powell. It is awesome. Cool place. Beautiful. Look at this little platform. Imagine having to climb down for that. That would be scary. Right on the edge of the cliff. Oof, it's a long way down. I wonder what that does. Crazy. Hi, bud. Hi. And here's the Wahweap Marina. Look how low the water is. I think it was right over here. Like, I don't know. I think it's just around this corner is where you'd pass through. And now, if I remember right, you gotta come all the way through here and through that canyon to get out to the main part of the lake. Look at that. All those houseboats. So cool. So pretty. Alright, so we're driving up the 15 freeway on our way to Salt Lake City, and I see this funky looking truck, or what I thought was a truck. And then I go to pass it. Check this thing out. Cool is that? It's a fuselage of an airplane. How cool. This drive is very boring. That was a nice break. Just checking that thing out. Man, I wonder where he's going. I'd love to check out the inside and kind of get a closer look at it. It's crazy. Well, guys, we made it to Utah. We're in Payson tonight, just kind of hanging out. It was the closest Anytime Fitness that there was on the trek up, so stopped here, got to see that beautiful purple glow from the Anytime Fitness sign. It's like, yes, finally get to shower. I mean, I showered yesterday, but it's always nice to shower. Nice hot shower. It's always worth it. So we're just hanging out in the parking lot, just about ready for bed. I'm exhausted. It's been a long day of driving, and just kind of relaxing. Bentley's passed out. Just kind of relaxing, getting ready for bed. And check this out. There's the Anytime Fitness, way over there in the back of the parking lot. And with that Wi-Fi repeater, we're connected to the Wi-Fi there, and just watching some Amazon Prime videos. So that thing is turning out to be more awesome and useful than I thought it was going to be. But anyways, we're going to finish up here. Bentley's already asleep, but I'm going to finish getting ready for bed and watch a little bit of TV and then go for it. It's been a long day of driving. So, all right, guys. Good night. Good morning. So we had a very, very late start today. After all the driving, it was time to just sleep in. Got up this morning. We just stayed last night in the Anytime Fitness parking lot, connected to their Wi-Fi. That was awesome. I'm rocking my Hawaiian shirt today. So heading up to Pleasant Grove, Utah to visit with my aunt real quick as I head up into Salt Lake, since she lives before that. But here we go. So we stopped here in Saratoga Springs, I think. I've got a friend of mine that lives here that we're going to come visit, but figured we'd let Bentley out and walk around off leash. And there's this really nice, well, it's brand new park. They haven't even built the little place out yet, but figured we'd come here and let Bentley run around. He's been in the car a lot. But check this out. That's how close Utah Lake is. It's right there. Brand new neighborhood. And yeah, it's pretty cool. The water looks really low. You can hear a bunch of ducks around the corner from these bushes here playing. I like how pretty Mount Timpanogos is with the leaves changing. You can see it's like getting orange over there, turning red. It's pretty. It's nice and peaceful, other than the nail guns clanking away in the background. But the views are nice. You got Mount Timpanogos on the other side of the lake, so it's really nice. But as we're sitting here, it kind of got me thinking about this full-time van life thing that I jumped into, about the full-time travel, about the not having the typical 9-to-5 job, or that typical stability that people look for, those typical things in life that everybody thinks you need in order to be happy. Basically, just trying to define or put into words just these first 5 months of van life. And I found myself, after talking with friends and family and kind of telling them about it, I've kind of found myself questioning it, right? Just some friends and family, the questions that they ask, or or they just flat out say it, like, why would you want to live in a van? Why wouldn't you want a job? Why wouldn't you want, the typical things, right? I found that I'm in like this weird like transition kind of period where it's still a little bit weird sometimes, but I feel like I'm at the tail end of that, right? Because now I'm starting to get to the point of, I don't care what you think, right? So friends and family who have questioned it, like, why do you want to live in a van? All that kind of stuff. I find myself thinking in my head, what do you care? You're not doing it. My van feels like home. It feels like home to me. And more importantly, it feels like home to this guy, right? So that's all that really matters. It feels like home. It's super nice. It's super comfy. It's got anything that I need to live comfortably, and just about everything that I'd want as well. And of course, the added bonus of being able to turn the key and go wherever I want. So sure, a typical like 9-to-5 job would afford me trips to faraway places and things like that, sure, but at what cost? Signing my life away to some corporation or some job, having to ask for permission to go on vacation, and then having a deadline to get back to work? No thanks. No freaking thanks. Absolutely not. I don't want that. I want the true freedom of being able to go where I want, when I want, and not have to ask for permission or schedule it. That's true freedom. That's really kind of the point of this whole new lifestyle, and obviously many people are are jumping on it now. I would much rather make less money and have real freedom than make more money and then have to schedule time to have the freedom part of it. So that's kind of what I've come down, what my mind has come down to with thinking about this so far. So as new as I am to van life, one of the main things that I have learned is to do what makes you happy. Live the way that you want to live. Don't conform to working your life away. If you're on the fence about going into van life, if that's something that you think would just completely change your world, do it. Just go do it. Sell your car, sell what you need to do to get started, and just do it. I remember hearing those exact same words and thinking, yeah, right. There's no way I can just up and go live in a van. I can't do that. I need to have everything nailed down, planned out, whatever. Don't. It'll never happen. It will never happen if you don't just go and do it. And if you do, I promise you at some point in the first, let's say within the first 6 months, because it's been 5 for me. So first 6 months. Within the first 6 months, you'll be sitting on, a mountaintop or the shore of a lake, and it'll click. You'll be thinking, okay, I understand it. I know what all these people were saying. Just do it. Just go out and do it. So if you're on the fence, just do it. Go. Sell your car, sell all your stuff, and just go. Trust me, it will be the best decision that you've made in your life. It has been for me, because if I was working a 9-to-5 job, I'd be working right now. I'd be at work. It's Monday afternoon. I'd be at work and I'd be hating life at work. Now I'm loving life, obviously not at work yet, but I'm loving life, and I live out of a van. Best decision I've ever made. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and head on out. Bentley's getting bored of being here. You see the house up there? I live there. All right. If you take nothing else away from this video, take this away. Sell your car and buy a van. In hindsight, I really wish I followed that advice at the beginning of this COVID pandemic. For me, it was proof. I should have just sold my Jeep and jumped into a van when that burning desire reached its peak, rather than letting it smolder while I was sitting around the house dreaming about it and binge watching stupid shows. It just goes to show you never know what's going to happen in life. So chase your dreams now, because your dreams, they're not going to chase you.